The 1985 Secret Santa Holiday Parade is brought to you by George Beyer Sons Incorporated and their family of automotive dealerships. By Elby's. Enjoy the fresh magic of Elby's for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or late-night snack. By Lazarus, a Christmas tradition. And by Glick's Furniture Company. Customer service is our first priority.
Everybody, and welcome to the 1985 Secret Santa Parade. I'm Tom Ryan. I'm here with Michelle Galian, and this is going to be one of the best parades ever. In fact, I think it gets better and better every year, Michelle.
I think it does, Tom. This year, in fact, we have 36 floats. We have 20 marching bands, 5 giant-size helium balloons. It's not hard to see why the Secret Santa Holiday Parade has really become a Columbus tradition. And you know what? I think that this year more people have come out than ever before, Tom.
I think so. Looking down the parade route, I would guess we'll have at least 250,000, maybe more this year. Hope that you're among them. And of course, we want to remind you that there's going to be 4 very special people out there that's going to be helping us narrate the parade. Our own Tom Burris and Wendy Craver from Channel 6, and Pat and Wags from QFM 96 are out along the route too. Hello, Tom and Wendy. You out there?
How are you guys?
Merry Christmas!
Tom and Michelle, if this doesn't put you in the holiday spirit, nothing will.
This is part of the OSU Symphonic Choir from Ohio State University, of course.
And they're going to be riding on the University Hospital's float.
You know, Wendy, it's really fun to see all the floats and the hundreds of volunteers up close, isn't it?
And that's exactly what we'll be doing today, with a little bit of help.
A little bit of help. We'll be joined by Drew Hayes, the host of the Drew Hayes Show on 610 WTVN Radio. And, of course, he does weather for us right here on Channel 6 every weekend.
He's a very busy man.
He is.
Drew?
Hey, Drew.
Thanks, Tom and Wendy. You look marvelous today. You know you do. Doing a terrific job. I am here with a gentleman who is also looking marvelous today. He's the Grand Marshal for the Secret Santa Parade. Wears a lot of hats in Columbus, and he's moving. Mel Dodge, great weather for the parade today, Mel.
Great weather and a great way to start off the holiday season here in Columbus. Again, we would like to thank WTVN and Secret Santa for taking care of 9,000 youngsters in the central Ohio area.
You have 9,000 youngsters going to have a happier Christmas. How many people are going to see the parade today?
Upwards to a quarter to maybe 300,000 people. We're the second largest parade in the Midwest. Only Detroit is ahead of us, and I think because of the weather today, we will outdraw Detroit.
Yeah, we're not going to let Detroit get past us, and I notice you're dressed for the parade, not even a top coat.
Now, it's great weather out here.
All right. Mel Dodge, Grand Marshal of the Secret Santa Parade. Now, let's turn it over to our own Heckle and Jekyll of Columbus, Pat and Wags.
Hi, this is Daddy Wags from QFM 96. I'm here with my partner, Pat Still.
And we want to thank Drew Hayes. Thank you, Drew.
All right. Look what we found over here waiting for the parade to start. Our own Mayor, Buck Reinhardt. How you doing this morning, Buck?
I'm doing great.
Who's your friend there?
Well, this is Jonathan, my son, one of my sons, and these are all part of the big family of the Secret Santa Parade.
Oh, look at all these fine ladies. Come on out here and show them your shoes. This is really nice. All right. Well, listen, we're getting the parade underway here. We'll be back with lots more, and we want to go back to Tom and Michelle now.
I think our mayor should do that.
Oh, throw it back to Tom and Michelle.
And now, back to Tom and Michelle.
So I hope that you'll stay for the 1985 Secret Santa Parade. It's coming up right after this break. We'll be back.
Looking and feeling healthy. It's become a national obsession.
Fabulous bands in the 1985 Secret Santa Parade. What you're looking at now is a Westfall High School band, 125 members from Williamsport, Ohio. Make that Williamsport, Ohio. I understand they were the winners last year, right, Michelle?
I believe they were, and I believe that's why they have the #1 spot in the parade this year. Mark Hostler is the director, and Tammy Bullen is their field commander.
Pride of the Mustang. The Flag Lady is the sponsor of the Westfall High School band. Give a listen to some beautiful sounds, folks. This band is great.
And take a look at this. This is the horse and carriage drawn by, I don't know, drawn by, but at least riding in. I think you could call this man Mr. Columbus, Tom. Mel Dodge, he is our Grand Marshal.
one of the nicest guys around.
He sure is.
A fellow that headed up Parks and Recreation for a good many years, and now is the head of the Visitors and Convention Bureau, a man whose name is synonymous with Columbus, and we're so proud to have him. Hello, Mel Dodge. Look at those beautiful horses.
Taft Broadcasting Affiliates, WTVN-TV, Channel 6, 610 TVN Radio, and QFM 96 are the sponsors of the Secret Santa charity, which annually stages the Secret Santa Holiday Parade to raise money to purchase new toys for thousands of less fortunate children in Central Ohio. You may contribute to the Secret Santa Fund by sending donations to Secret Santa, P.O. Box 123, that's easy to remember, Columbus, Ohio 43216. Why don't you be a Secret Santa this year, Tom?
What you're looking at is the Flight of Fantasy float. It's the theme for the 1985 Secret Santa Parade. There it is, Flight of Fantasy. And again, reminding all of you to please send in those contributions. We'd like to help as many children this year as we possibly can. P.O. Box 123, Columbus, Ohio. Be a Secret Santa.
And here is the first of our enormous helium-filled balloons. This is a jack-in-the-box, and it is brand new to the Secret Santa Parade this year. It pops up 55 feet in the air. He's got a smile on his face for one good reason, Tom. He's in the parade.
The Dispatch has presented a balloon in each of the 5 Secret Santa holiday parades.
I want to see him pop up. I think he's up.
Jack-in-the-box. Boy, that's a big balloon. You know, the people handling those balloons have to be able to pull those strings forward, and those balloons actually dip down and go under some of the lights along the way. But they're very adept at it. They've been practicing this for a long time. We try to get as many of the lines out of the way so the balloon can stay up. If they can bring that thing down and tip under, it's just fantastic to watch it. This is the Marching Purple Pride of Mount Gilead. Beautiful band, 81 members, of course, in Mount Gilead, Ohio. Robert L. Lust is the director. Brian Dye is the field commander. Sponsoring the Marching Purple Pride of Mount Gilead, Diamond Savings and Loan Company. Let's give a listen to another very good band.
Let's go to Tom Burris and Wendy Craver right now. They're somewhere along the parade route, and they have something really special for us, guys.
A little behind-the-scenes look, huh?
Thank you, Tom and Michelle. With me right now is Roy Case, the head balloon handler here. Roy, what are we seeing over there?
Well, the handlers are trying to get it down close to the ground so we can get through the traffic lights. It's real important that we keep the balloon down as low to the ground as we can to get through the traffic lights. If the balloon would hit the traffic lights any way, the helium in the air would come out and we'd be done through the parade.
Boy, that is amazing. Now, what we're watching is a jack-in-the-box balloon. Tell me about that. How high is it, actually?
65 feet tall.
I see a special handler out there in the blue coat.
Yeah, that's one of our special handlers today.
That's one of our lightweight handlers, isn't it? How many men does it take to maneuver this particular balloon?
We've got 25, 30 ropes on this balloon today.
Boy, that is amazing. Where do these balloons come from, Roy?
These balloons come from Maryland. I forget the exact company that handles the balloons, but they're going to Houston next week to run in the Houston Christmas parade.
And there goes the jack-in-the-box back up in the air again. Big round of applause from all the crowd here. That is really something, Roy. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Tom, Michelle, back to you.
This is a Caroling We Will Go, one of the other floats, a 60-foot float constructed for the 1985 presidential inaugural parade. But sub-zero weather up in Washington, D.C. prevented it from ever being used. So it's a first for us. The Secret Santa Holiday Parade marks the very first time that this float has been used. Ohio State University Hospital sponsoring the float. Again, it's called A Caroling We Will Go. Beautiful float.
It looks beautiful and it sounds beautiful, too.
Lots of color.
OSU is one of the nation's largest university hospitals, and this float is featuring an ensemble from the OSU Symphonic Choir.
You see him, Dana G. Reinhardt and family. Dana Reinhardt, of course, the mayor of the city of Columbus, wishing everyone a happy holiday season. The Reinhardt family encourages all Central Ohioans to visit Columbus during the Christmas season to enjoy all of its holiday festivities just like the parade today,
Lots
Tom.
of things going on. There's the mayor. Happy to be part of this, and we're so happy to have him with us. This is Clowns on Parade. A large engine and coal car and a Pullman, all filled to over packages and jolly clowns. The Clowns on Parade is sponsored by the Wright Rug Company. Hi, clowns. Isn't that a pretty engine?
That's cute.
That's nifty.
And coming up next here, Tom, we have the Nelsonville-York High School Band, 95 members strong. Of course, they're from Nelsonville, Ohio. James A. Chickarell is their director. Mary Jo Eccles is the featured twirler. We'd like to get a look at her. And the sponsor of this band is the Lawhead Press and the Pony Express. And don't they look and sound fantastic?
Sure do.
The two affiliated printing companies produce the posters for the Secret Santa Holiday Parade, as well as the charity's new parade coloring book.
Big sound. Here is the Fairy Tale Castle, 55 feet long. The Fairy Tale Castle is one of the largest floats in the 1985 Secret Santa Holiday Parade. Now watch the giant pop out of the turret. He may look a little fierce, but he's really a pushover, I'm told. And the dragon could start many a Yule-tired fire with that hot breath. There it is, the Fairy Tale Castle. The sponsor is George Byers' Sons here. There's the fairy princess in the back.
I love the dragon.
Uh-huh. He's a big one, isn't he?
We'd like to give our special thanks to the Columbus JCs, who are serving as this year's parade marshals. Without their very valuable assistance, the Secret Santa Holiday Parade would certainly not be the success that it is today. Thanks, guys.
That is so true. Look at all the balloons along the route. They're selling Santa Claus balloons and Frosty the Snowman balloons. A little of everything going on down there, isn't there? Lots of happy faces here today, too. That's the important thing. The kids are having a ball. They don't need to be bundled up nearly as much as they have in past years. It's not raining, the sun's shining bright. It's just a grand and glorious day.
George Byers' Sons and a family of automobile dealerships have supplied all the trucks and convertibles for the Secret Santa Holiday Parade since the parade's very beginning.
What you're seeing right now are the twirling cowgirls of Logan. The co-directors are Sandy Vaughn and Cindy Kilbarger, and the leader is Tricia Kilbarger, and the instructor is Lynette Kilbarger. Family affair, I think, Tom. 50 representatives of more than 100 members are in today's parade. Last summer, the group, which, by the way, ages from 3 to 18, was named Ohio State Fair Marching Champions. A real honor for this group, formed only 6 years ago.
Look who the sponsor is.
I'm not surprised. Kilbarger Incorporated and Jim's Concrete.
Boy, they're good. The Twirling Cowgirls of Logan, Ohio. That's a nice routine. Those girls have got it down pat.
Oh, look at the little tiny ones behind.
Uh-huh. This is the Westerville South High School Band. 184 members from Westerville, Ohio. Ooh. Phil Lauder's director, Brian Kelly is drum major. It will lead the 1986 Fiesta Bowl Pageant Parade this summer. And the national finalists in Marching Bands of America. The Westerville Athletic Club sponsoring it. Lots of flags there in the beginning. And again, 184 members. The Westerville South High School Band. That's what they're telling the kids. Better watch out, because Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus is going to be here today.
Sure will.
Today.
Santa Claus is right down there in the parade. All the kiddies are watching for him now.
Now take a look at this. This is something really interesting. The Historical Society has entered this park drag and 2 horses. Now the riders in this park drag are dressed to revel in a 19th century Christmas. And do join the Ohio Historic Society for their Images of Christmas Past celebration. Always a good time over there during Christmas, Tom. And isn't that nifty?
I thought that was a carriage, and you're calling it a park drag. I didn't know.
That's what it says right here, a park drag.
A park drag. How about that? Got the Christmas tree on the back. They're all set to go home and set it up. This is Happiness is a Dollhouse.
Oh.
Every little girl remembers the first dollhouse, and our giant Raggedy Ann and her smaller friends are having a grand time with their house. Take a look at all those rooms of furniture. Hey, wouldn't it be fun to play with our parade characters? Doctor's Hospital sponsoring Happiness is a Dollhouse. There they are. There's all the kids. Pretty. Doctor's Hospital.
Doctor's Hospital is one of the largest osteopathic teaching hospitals in the whole country.
This is the Cinderella float.
Oh.
Glorious green and gold. The float is every little girl's dream of being a fairy princess. The white horses pull the carriage over the whole 2-mile route of the Secret Santa Holiday Parade with very little effort. Along for the ride today are a number of youngsters served by Central Ohio's Kids in Camp. That's an organization dedicated to serving kids with cancer and other blood diseases. The sponsor of the Cinderella float is the Don Ray Outdoor Advertising Company.
That is a beauty.
Look at those horses. That's really gorgeous. Let's give a look and a listen to the Liberty Union Thurston High School Band. 75 members strong from Baltimore. Paul Matthews is the director. The flag and majorette advisor is Karen Matthews. This band was formed back in 1920. In 1984, it won second in the small band division at the Secret Santa Parade. A good band, the Liberty Union Thurston High School Band, sponsored by Con Potato Chips.
We'll be back with more from this year's Secret Santa Holiday Parade right after this.
Toyota's Thanksgiving Value Parade starts tomorrow. Your Toyota dealer's first big sales event of '86. Make your best deal on a Toyota, the #1 import. Every Toyota in stock is on the block. A big selection of cars, vans, and trucks. And incentives to dealers on selected models could save you money. Your Toyota dealer's got the inventory now, and he wants to deal now. He's delivering big value at his Thanksgiving Value Parade. It starts tomorrow. Who could ask for anything more?
The treasures of Christmas are waiting for you at Albies. Your Christmas tree ornament is free with the purchase of a $5 book of gift certificates at Albies.
Today, Lazarus wants you to relax because tomorrow is one of the biggest shopping days of the year. But don't worry, at Lazarus you can do it all. Our doors open early tomorrow for the Lazarus After Thanksgiving Sale. Holiday shopping made easy with savings of up to 50% store-wide. Check our ads in today's paper. So relax today. Then tomorrow, come to the Lazarus After Thanksgiving Sale. Doors open early. It starts tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Frank Byers, and I've got 2 trucks you can live with. The 2-wheel drive S15 Jimmy is a flexible family wagon which is sized right for remarkable handling. This handsome truck is priced from $9,750 at Byers right now. Here's your getaway vehicle, the 4-wheel drive S15 Jimmy Sport. This great off-road truck is super for camping, hunting, and skiing, and it's priced from $11,500 right now. The S15 Jimmys are priced right from your GMC truck leader, Byers Trucks.
University Scarlet Steppers, 27 members from the OSU Scarlet Steppers drill team. appeared at the Sugar, the Gator, and most recently the Rose Bowls. Lisa Benedetto is captain of the group. Their advisors are Mrs. Pam Rudmos and Mrs. Beth Macusa. The Ohio State University Scarlet Steppers.
Take a look at this float. This float is called the football capital of the world, and Elby's takes this parade opportunity to salute football in Ohio. Football fans can partake of our professional teams, the Cleveland Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals, and of course our OSU Buckeyes. And of course they provide weekly excitement in the college ranks, including a holiday appearance this year in the Citrus Bowl. And the sponsor of this is Elby's Restaurants. I love this.
Oh,
I love
look
this
at
guy,
that.
the giant crab. Our jaunty red crab has worn his Christmas finery for this parade appearance, and isn't that top hat something? This balloon is over 4 traffic lanes wide, almost looking like Tommy's going to scoop up hundreds of parade viewers up in his claws. If we don't watch out, he might come get us too. The sponsor of this is Norman's Auto Glass.
Wouldn't that provide some crab cakes, I'll tell you. That's a big one.
That's what the kids scream. I love it.
Great. This is the Marysville Marching Monarchs. 68 members from nearby Marysville, Ohio. Robert B. Day is the director, and the sponsor is Swan Cleaners, the Marysville Marching Monarchs. There they are.
Drew Hayes of 610 TVN is down at the reviewing stand in front of the State House, so let's go down there right now and see who he has found. Drew?
At the zoo. The Columbus Zoo, one of Central Ohio's premier attractions for children and adults alike, is the subject of this big fun float. Creation puppets of Circleville operate the imaginary critters. The other animals, of course, are regular residents up at the zoo. We've seen them. They invite all of us to share a little Christmas spirit with them by visiting the Columbus Zoo this holiday season. Grant Medical Center is sponsoring Christmas at the zoo this year. There's Jack Hanna, zoo director, in his safari jacket, all set to go out there and find some more animals. Hi, Jack. How you doing?
Oh, they love this one, don't they, Tom?
Look at the giraffe sticking its head out of the top, out of the chimney.
Oh, that's cute.
This is the Scrooge float. For 10 years, Players Theater has staged the holiday production of Scrooge. This year's performance dates are December the 5th through the 15th. What would the holidays be without a performance of Scrooge? The float is sponsored by the Glicks Furniture Companies here in the Columbus and Central Ohio area.
I love
there
Scrooge.
It is.
I love Scrooge. What a wonderful story.
So true. It's been done so many
times. There's the old guy himself.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's always fresh and new at Christmas time, isn't it? Bah humbug there, Scrooge. How you doing?
Coming up right here, we have the band from Briggs High School. There are 68 members in this band. Of course, it comes from Columbus. Daniel King is the band director, and this is their very first time in the Secret Santa Parade. The sponsor of this band is the auxiliary to the Academy of Medicine of Columbus and Franklin County. Let's give a listen because they are terrific.
Members of the auxiliary to the Academy of Medicine of Columbus and Franklin County have adopted Secret Santa as their community service project. Auxilians staff the Secret Santa office every day. They volunteer for parade duty and they package toys. And of course, they host the Orphans Party.
And unto us a child is born. For the very first time, the Secret Santa Holiday Parade presents a nativity float. This brand new float features the traditional scene of the birth of the Christ child and is as authentic as possible, even down to, take a look, live sheep crowded into the manger. Unto us a child is born. The float sponsor, the Society Bank.
We're going to be up close and personal here with perhaps the most important segment of today's parade. Well, you guys would be the Scoop Patrol, right?
Yes, yes.
What kind of training does it take to get into this?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
We
can do this. We can do this.
Is this a...
They've got to go to work. We've got to go. We'll be back with more
after this.
Oh!
This is gorgeous. This float is called Festival of Trees. It's always a parade favorite. The Festival of Trees float again provides a look at the Children's Hospital Holiday Fundraiser. This year's float features an old mill and a covered bridge surrounded by lovely Christmas trees, decorated especially for the float by Festival of Trees volunteers. And of course, the sponsor of this float is the Ohio Center Mall.
Each year, people buy those decorated trees. Thousands of dollars are spent because every single penny of it goes to Children's Hospital. Beautiful trees.
Beautiful display for the people who get a chance to get down there.
Yeah, Santa Claus is watching you. Santa Claus is watching you, Mark. Ah, don't make that face.
Look at that.
That's
cute.
I like it. So he wants you to smile.
This is the Riverview High School Band. It's from Warsaw, Ohio. A big band, 108 members. Tom McLeish is the director. In 1985, performed on Main Street, USA at Disney World. And it got a superior rating at the 1985 State Marching Band Finals. The Riverview High School Band, sponsor, the 1986 Ohio State Fair. August the 1st through the 17th. Hope you'll be there for the fair. Let's give a listen to the Riverview High School Band.
Oh, Tom, take a look at this. This float is COSI Fantasies. Children of all ages will be fascinated by the multifaceted displays at the Center of Science and Industry on Broad Street. Of course, that's right here in Columbus. The year-round exhibits include the new Kid Space, where children can personally participate in such activities as the birth of chickens, of all things. It is a neat place to go. We always have a good time. The sponsor of this float, by the way, is the Ohio State Bank.
Every child should go to COSI.
Every grown-up should go to COSI.
It's such a marvelous place. So proud to have that in our community. People talk about it all over the country.
And Kid Space is really neat for the little kids.
Any kid higher than 48 inches can't get in. It's
you have to duck if you're bigger than that.
That's for sure. Big telephone and a big electric light bulb. There you go.
Oh, this float is called the Whistle Stop. It's a genuine railroad caboose, and it now is rolling right before your eyes. But this car is special in that it is decorated for a gala holiday party. Aren't the riders lucky to be traveling in such style? And the sponsor of this float is Motorists Insurance Companies.
Isn't that pretty? That's
sure
a nifty
is.
caboose. Charity Newsies. Everybody knows about Charity Newsies. Just like Secret Santa, Charity Newsies volunteers raise money to help families at Christmas time. And in fact, all through the year, donations to Charity Newsies provides clothing for thousands of children and adults all around Central Ohio. When a Charity Newsies volunteer approaches you, I hope you'll be as generous as possible, because a lot of little kids get clothing and shoes and the things that they need to go to school simply through Charity Newsies. So let's take a look at the Charity Newsies group here and kind of keep them in mind. We'll be seeing them on street corners this holiday season.
All right.
No mistaking that sound.
I hear them coming, Tom. This is the Ohio State University Alumni Band. The alums of the best band in the land march proudly with the OSU Alumni Band. This is the inaugural appearance of the Alumni Band in the Secret Santa Parade, and we're glad they're here.
Boy, that's a great sound, isn't it? The crowd really gets stirred up.
He hasn't lost his touch.
Look at him. Hey, look at that.
Oh, the
Great.
crowd loves him.
All the brass. Look who's here. center, there's the Ohio State University cheerleaders. Captain Monique Payton and the co-captains Ralph Amos and Maria Bonaventura.
Tell you what, the sponsor of this group is Cottingham, the Party Savers. Oh, this is lovely. This float is called Sleeping Beauty. One of the best-loved children's tales is that of the Sleeping Beauty princess who awaits a kiss from her Prince Charming. One of this year's largest floats at 55 feet in length, the self-propelled float depicts the royal castle. And take a look at the good fairies who move from side to side in the arches of the throne room. The sponsor of this float is Physicians Health Plan of Ohio. And in addition to being a float sponsor, PHP also underwrote the 1985 Secret Santa Holiday Parade coloring book. Now, to get a copy of this, you just send $1.50 to Secret Santa Coloring Book, P.O. Box 123, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. All proceeds, of course, do benefit Secret Santa.
That's a beautiful book this year, too, isn't it? It's really nice. This is the Mini Hitch Express, the Domino's Pizza Mini Hitch Express, I might add. It's got 6 miniature geldings, each less than 34 inches tall. Those are those little tiny horses you keep hearing about. They're nicknamed the Pizza Ponies. The team represents centuries of breeding to develop their size. It's housed at the new Domino's Pizza World headquarters up in Ann Arbor, Michigan. That name sounds
Uh-oh.
Domino's Pizza and the Mini Hitch Express.
Aren't they darling?
They sure are. Beautiful little horses, aren't they?
This is a giant, Tom, the Newark High School Band that has 155 members. Of course, they're from Newark, and Randall G. Lamb is their director. And 1984 marked the 5th consecutive year this band was a state finalist in band competition. Sponsor of this band, Ameritrust.
This band was also the runner-up grand champion in the Zanesville Invitational, grand champion in the Riverview Invitational, and one of 12 bands to receive superior ratings in Class A. That's the large school division of the state finals. The Newark High School 155-member band. Let's give a listen. That is one big band, isn't it?
Pat and Wags from QFM 96 are somewhere in this huge crowd, and they're talking with the people, of course, so why don't we go see who they've found? Pat and Wags?
Thanks, Tom and Michelle. Pat Still, Daddy Wags, QFM 96, back at the Secret Santa Parade 1985. And this next bit, I think it's up to you to handle. It has special meaning for you.
It sure does. I am a graduate of DeSales High School. They may not be too proud of that, but I am. And here comes the marching band from DeSales, who are in the state finals next week. Huh? How about that? How about let's hear a cheer for DeSales? Now, Tom and Michelle, when I was at DeSales, the marching band asked me to go out for football, and the football team asked me to go out for the marching band, and they kind of drew straws, and I ended up playing football. But I always wanted to march in the band, so hold the microphone. Okay. I'm going to march with DeSales. Hold on.
It's such a proud moment for the both of us. We'll be right back with more from the Secret Santa Parade after this. Isn't he great?
Charity by providing transportation for the hundreds of charity fundraisers who work the parade route each year. The charity published its first parade coloring book. We told you about that. We'd like you to send in and get a copy. It is fabulous this year. Many, many pages. All of the parade floats. Just send $1.50 to Secret Santa Coloring Book, P.O. Box 123, Columbus, Ohio, 43216. You know, helping Secret Santa market the book. The Ohio Lions District 13F. They're all along the parade route today, and we'd like to send you a copy. What a great stocking stuffer for the kids.
Very unusual passengers on that bus, Tom.
Oh, indeed. They sure are. Go to...
course, you can't miss these guys. These are from the Columbus Division of Fire. They were contributed and driven by the folks who work there. And this unit consists of a fire engine, a mini tower, a rescue vehicle, and an antique fire engine. That was the antique.
Let's take a look at the winter playground. You know, Santa's coming, and pretty soon the countryside in central Ohio will sparkle under a coating of that white stuff. Aha. Shoveling snow may not be your bag, but the many other wintertime pursuits, as represented by our skiers, make snow a welcome sight. There it is. Look at the snowflakes. Dollar Savings Bank sponsors the winter playground float.
Is coming up next. This is the band from Bishop Watterson High School. It has 84 members. Raymond Walczak is the director, and this band was formed back in 1982. It took second place in the small bands contest in the 1984 Secret Santa Parade, and Cross Country Inns is sponsoring this band. Let's give them a listen. Isn't this one, darling? Sleigh bells ring. Our winter sleigh scene features 2 sizable snowmen and a number of very, very happy children. The scene under the arch was painted a number of years ago by a Secret Santa volunteer and a Channel 6 artist. Sponsor of this float, Walker's Clothing Stores. And this is the first time, by the way, that Walker's is a sponsor in the Secret Santa Parade, and we're so glad that they are.
Welcome aboard, Walker's. Hope that you're here with us every year. Isn't it cute?
It is. This float, a joy to the world. It certainly is. A giant globe is the focal point of this float, which reminds us that Christmas is celebrated in various ways throughout the world. While the 250,000 plus viewers who line the parade route today are all bundled up in winter wear, the brilliant costumes of these riders add a lot more color to our festivities. And the sponsor of this is Riverside Methodist Hospital. Riverside Methodist Hospital, Ohio's largest private medical center, extends its best wishes for joy and peace throughout the world.
A 136-member Tri-Valley High School band from Dresden, Ohio. Charles Carruthers is the director. This band's first place winner among the large bands of the 1983 Secret Santa Parade. Ed Potter Mercedes-Benz is sponsoring the Tri-Valley High School band. Great sound, big band.
They're getting something for us already. Thank you. And take a look at this, clowns and more clowns. We got more clowns than you can imagine. Always a parade favorite. Our giant car carries 4 happy clowns this year. The car is self-propelled, which means that somewhere underneath that hood lurks the float driver. And the sponsor of this is Grange Mutual Insurance.
This is the smiling faces of the 4-H Unicycle Club. This group was organized 10 years ago. 30 members featuring riders from ages 6 all the way up to age 50. These smiling faces are performed in the Orange Bowl Parade as well as in the 1982 and 1984 World's Fair. Columbus Public Schools sponsoring the Smiling Faces 4-H Unicycle Club. I tell you, that takes balance, doesn't it? Those folks are good. Those things always really amaze me how they can stay up there on
You ever tried?
Nope, afraid not. Afraid I'd tumble on my nose right now. They do a super job on it.
Those 2 little kids in there.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, this is a beauty. First Children in Space. It's done in oranges and purples. Our spaceship offers these children a ride to be remembered. And take a look at the effect of the strobe lights, and if you can catch it, watch that colorful streamer exhaust.
Silver and blue and all kinds of pretty colors, huh?
Think these guys are ever going to come down to Earth, Tom? I don't know.
Beatrice Dairy Products sponsors the First Children in Space. Now that's a big rocket ship, isn't it? Medical Beatrice sponsoring First Children in Space. Look at the smoke coming out of that. do you call those little things sticking out of their heads? Beachies or whatever that is? You know, those little...
Antenna?
Yeah, little flippers.
Very necessary in space.
Oh, yes.
You cannot do without them.
R.A. Sikora and Associates, employee benefit consultants, are sponsors of the next unit.
Here's the Lakota High School Band, 65 members from Kansas City. Tom Shook's the director. This band comes to Columbus the day before the parade to perform at all kinds of functions, and they make a whole weekend out of this event. Let's give a look and a listen to the Lakota High School Band. Kansas, Ohio. I hope you realize we're not talking about Kansas something else, Kansas, Missouri. That's up in Sandusky County.
Tell you what, Tom Burris and Wendy Craver have caught up with one of the bands down on the street, so let's go and find out who they're talking to right now, guys.
Hey, Tom and Wendy, how you doing?
Thanks, Tom and Michelle. I have with me Marty Jacksey from the Lakota High School Marching Band in Kansas. Tell everybody where Kansas is.
It's about 40 miles southeast of Toledo.
You have a lot of fun when you come down here, don't you?
Yes.
What do you do? When do you arrive, and what do you do all weekend?
We played a concert at the convention center, and we stayed overnight at YMCA.
What do you guys do at night before the parade?
Oh, we practice about an hour's worth before the parade.
Is this a big thrill for you playing for this size of a crowd?
Pardon?
Is it a thrill for you to play for this size of a crowd? Where's your tuba? Who is that has that? Give him his tuba back, Tom.
Just wanted to dot the I. No,
that's the wrong band.
Oh, wrong band. Sorry, never mind.
Thanks, Mark.
Hi.
We'll be back.